Good morning, National Dayers! It's Mrs. Erickson. Today is Wednesday, February 14th. It is the 45th day of the year. There are 321 days left. Happy Valentine's Day and Happy National Ferris Wheel Day.
February 14th is the annual observance of National Ferris Wheel Day. The holiday honors the birth of George Washington Gale Ferris Jr., the man who invented the Ferris wheel. Preparations for the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition began in earnest in 1891. Director of Works for the fair, Daniel H. Burnham, laid out the challenge: create a centerpiece to the show that will rival the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Erected the year before, the Eiffel Tower quickly became a world attraction. Ideas were tossed about, plans presented and plans rejected. George Washington Gale Ferris was inspired. He contemplated several ideas, but it wasn't until one evening in a Chicago chop house that he struck on an idea that could fit the challenge. After sketching out the design on napkins, he proceeded to develop his plans. When presented with the concept, Burnham balked, doubting it could safely carry people to such heights. But Ferris persisted. Spending $25,000 of his own money, he paid for safety studies, obtained $600,000 more from investors, hired engineers, built the 250-foot diameter wheel, and hoisted it up between 140-foot twin towers. It was a colossal success at 26 stories tall and made a whopping $726,000. In 1893, that was a hefty profit for the fair. Today is also Valentine's Day, Ash Wednesday, National Donor Day, and National Cream-Filled Chocolate Day. Okay, National Dayers, today we're going to make an egg carton Ferris wheel. This one is very challenging, but I know we can do it. Gather the following supplies. You'll need an egg carton, paper plate, string, brad fasteners, markers, cardboard, scissors, and glue. Here we go. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your plate and you're going to cut out the center of the plate. Then you're going to mark 8 dots on the rim of the plate. And how you want to do this is you want to start at the top and mark it, and at the bottom and mark it, and then turn it a quarter of a turn and mark it and mark it. And then in between those dots, exactly halfway through, you want to make a dot. And at the top and the bottom, in between those dots, mark it. So you should have 8 dots all the way around, equally spaced on the rim. Next, take your egg carton and you want to carefully cut it up, saving the 8 middle cups individually. You can color or decorate each cup. These are going to be the cars of the Ferris wheel, like, the place where the people ride. Now, poke holes in the rim of the plate where you marked those dots, and then poke holes in the back of each of the egg carton cups. And egg cartons are a little fragile, so be careful, but it's okay if you tear through it. I did on one and I just used a quick piece of tape to fix it. Now, take a big piece of thick paper or cardboard. You're going to be making the support for the Ferris wheel, and you want it to be at least 1 inch taller than half of the diameter of the plate. So what I mean is, if the plate is 10 inches wide, your support needs to be at least 5 plus 1 inch, which is 6 inches. Probably better to go a little bit higher than that, but you definitely want to make sure you have at least 1 inch longer than half of the plate. You're going to create the base, and you want to make sure that it's strong enough to stand up, so you can add an extra piece to give it some stability. This is fun because this is where you get to do a little bit of experimentation. Using your brad fasteners, you want to take those egg cups and you want to fasten them to your plate. And I have that really pretty blue plate border, so I was like, this looks cool if I use this side. But you can just decorate your plate too. Now, you're going to take your string and you're going to tie it to the back of one of the brads, and it doesn't matter which one. But then you're going to stretch it down to the brad directly below it and back up again and then move to the next brad over, fasten it around the brad, and then go to the one directly straight down from that one. Fasten it around, and then do the same thing until you have all of the strings in a crisscross shape that makes a star in the middle. The string needs to go to each and every brad fastener. This actually gives it a little bit of stability. Now, attach the middle point of the string to the top of your support base using a brad fastener. Now, I tied all of my center strings together to make it a little more stable and then ran the brad through that and into the support system. And National Dayers, you did it. Wow! This one is amazing, and we persevered together. Great job!
National Dares, we persevered. We really persevered. This was a tough one, but I mean, come on. It kind of spins itself. It's incredible. I'm so proud of us. And I made it with flowers, so it's kind of like Valentine's themed, right? So cool. So proud of us. Keep smiling, National Dayers. Have a wonderful Wednesday. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye. I think I'm gonna put cat treats in this and see if I can get Commando to spin the Ferris wheel, huh?
It's time for super spectacular shout-outs. Shout-outs today start us off with Mrs. Mashed Potato and everyone in the grades 10 through 12 CBI program at Bryant High School in Bryant, Arkansas. Next up is Mr. Josh, Miss Minky, Miss Laura, and everyone in the middle school program at Ruth Eason School in Millersville, Maryland. And our third shout out today goes out to Mrs. Schwartz, Ms. Kristen, and Ms. Jamie, and everyone in the 5th and 6th grade program at Steinhauer Elementary School in Maple Shade, New Jersey. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your support. Teachers, our shout-out form is currently closed due to popularity, which is amazing. Thank you for watching, and I will keep you posted when we're taking more shout-out requests. And here it is, your updated, super spectacular shout-out map.